Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be learning how to make the popular Milky Doughnut from start to finish, including that milky feeling that makes everybody happy. Let's start with the filling. So first things first, we'll be needing 1 cup of powdered whipped cream and pouring that into a blender. So for those of us that don't have blenders, we can actually use a bowl and a whisk to mix up everything that we'll be adding into this blender now. Next, we'll be adding half cup of condensed milk, 1 cup of powdered milk, half cup of cold water. Now, time for the fun part. We blend them together. For those that won't be using a blender, you can also use your bowl and your whisk, like I said, to mix them well till it's completely mixed together. After that, I'll be pouring them into a bowl and whisking it till it thickens to get a perfect paste. If you want it to be thicker, you can gradually add powdered milk. Then I'll be adding my vanilla flavor or any flavor of your choice. Now let's get into the fun part. Now you'll be needing a scale to get accurate measurement of what you'll be doing today. 500 grams of all-purpose flour. Please note that all ingredients used will be written down in the description box below. Now we'll sieve the flour to make sure all dead particles will be removed entirely. Now pour that into a bowl where you'll be mixing all your ingredients together. 100 grams of sugar. We're trying to get the accurate measurement. As you can see in the scale, it's reading 176 grams. That's because the bowl weighs 76 grams. 50 grams of butter, 1 tablespoon of instant yeast, half tablespoon of vanilla flavoring or any flavoring of your choice. Now we'll be adding 1 cup of warm water, 1 egg, then crack it up into your mixture. It's time to mix. We'll be mixing this for 30 minutes. For those that will be using a mixer, you can mix for about 20 to 25 minutes. Do not be tempted to add any more flour or butter. Just continue mixing it. Now we'll be kneading this for 10 minutes. We're going to continue kneading this till it becomes very soft and stretchy. Like I said earlier, do not be tempted to add any more flour or butter. Just continue mixing it and be patient with it too, so you can get the best results. If after 10 minutes it's not soft and stretchy, neither are you satisfied with your results, just continue kneading because you need to get the best results after. Next, we'll be putting our dough into a bowl. Then you cover it up and set it aside for about an hour. This is me checking on it after 30 minutes. And then I covered it up again because I was not satisfied with what I was seeing. And this is after another 30 minutes. Can you see how it tripled in size? Yes, this is what I wanted. So we'll go to the next step. After all that kneading, it's time to cut. To get accurate sizes, you'll be needing your scale. I'll be using 80 grams. This is depending on the size you want. If you want them to be smaller, you can use 60 to 70 grams. And if you want them to be bigger, you can use 90 to 100 grams, just depending on what you want. As you can see, I'm trying to make sure there are 80 grams on the dot. 80 grams on the dot. For this measurement, I got about 12 pieces, then extra, that was 12 pieces that were 80 grams. Then the other one, the last one was like, I think 72 grams or so. I'll be sieving flour on the parchment paper so that the dough would not stick to it. And now you're going to take one of your dough piece. You're going to start by flattening the dough like this to get a very smooth surface. Then you use your hand to push it inside by using your hand to mold it into a ball. This is a very important part because the way you mold your dough, that is how it will come out after frying. That's why I say it is very, very important. After that, you roll it on an oily surface so it can glide easily when rolling. Then you heat it on your work surface twice. This is to allow any excess air or bubbles escape. Then you set it aside. Now let's move to the next dough. Flatten it till it's smooth, then push it inside. Also make sure that all the edges are sealed so that the dough won't open up whilst frying. Follow the steps we took earlier, then set it aside on the parchment paper. Use your fingers to press it in lightly so that the dough can expand in all angles. Now I'll be sprinkling flour on the dough so it won't stick to the nylon when I cover it. Now I'll be covering it up and setting it aside for about 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, it has surely doubled in size. Now we'll be getting a fry pan and pouring oil into it. Then we'll set our gas on a low heat, a very low heat. Now you leave your oil to heat up for about 4 to 5 minutes before setting your dough into it. Allow it to fry till it's golden brown, then you turn it to the other side. And now it's time to fill in our donut. Now for we that don't have piping bags, we'll be using a Ziploc bag, although in a much smaller size. But let me make use of what I have. Let's wrap this on a cup to make pouring of our mixture into the bag much easier. Alright, I'm just trying to check how thick our filling is. Now I'll be pouring that into the Ziploc bag, setting it in and removing all bubbles from it. I hope you guys can support this channel by giving this video a thumbs up, subscribing, and most importantly, hitting that notification bell. Don't forget to share this video to your loved ones and your family. Then I'll be using a scissors to cut the mat. This is me just trying to size it and check how properly it's coming out. Now I'm arranging the donut into a plastic to make it much easier for me to fill it in. After that, I'll be making a hole on each side of the donut. I'm creating this hole so as to create space for where we'll be putting the filling into. I'll be pouring my powdered milk into a tray and dusting the donuts on it. As you can see, I'm trying to get a very favorable amount of powdered milk on the donuts and setting them back into the plastic. I'll continue dusting off all the donuts. I made about 2 batches, so it came out as 28 to 29 pieces. After dusting them off on the powdered milk, I'll be setting them aside to be ready for the filling. This is just me trying to dust up the remaining on the milk and the donuts just to get a little more because now it's time to fill in our donuts with our milky flavor. So now as we're going to fill it, we're going to notice that it will be going down. That's because it's filling the spaces that we open up on the donuts. So we're going to leave that after filling at the first round. We're going to leave it to settle in. Then we're going to go in again with our milky filling. Can you see how amazing it looks? Don't worry, it tastes just as yummy as it looks. For those that try this out, I'll be waiting for your feedbacks in the comment section. Now we've come to the end of today's video. If you've not subscribed and liked this video, I don't know what you're waiting for. Bye guys.